seat, have a seat, because we are doing another recap review of one of these unseen videos, one of these exclusive clips. These unseen clips and videos come out on TV's a YouTube channel. These aren't clips that air during the regular episode. So if you want to see them, you have to go on over to on YouTube's channel. And so we come here to my channel. My name is Deborah, and we break down these unseen videos. A lot of times they're dates. I used to call them date breakdown videos. I still do. But now this one we're going to watch today is going to be a clip from Janelle and Quinton. And it's not a date. It's not a date breakdown. It looks like it's going to be a therapy session. It looks like a Dr.Quinton is going to try to talk some sense into Janelle. And we're going to have to see if maybe she listens. You know, everybody on here talking about they want a strong leader, a provider, and a protector. We can't hear that enough. I guess we need to get t-shirts with it, put on our t-shirt. That's everybody walking around, all these women talking about they want a strong leader. So let's see if Quinton can lead Janelle. We know Janelle has a strong personality, and she seems to think that Quinton is strong with all these muscles. So let's see if Quinton can lead Janelle in the right direction. Let's see if she will follow. Now, I'm going to be stopping this clip as we go along. I'm going to be stopping it. Some of you dropped down in my comments before and said, why don't you just let the clip play? If you want to see the whole clip in its entirety, you go on over to YouTube's channel, then double back on here, and then you can come watch my review, a recap of it. But during this review and recap, I'm going to be stopping the video several times. Alrighty, let's get started.
I want you to know this about me. I'm not one that's going to criticize or try to make you think a different way.
Okay, so obviously he's about to talk to her about something that he's kind of uncomfortable with. He's always, he's choosing his words carefully, y'all. He's choosing his words carefully. He's treading lightly. And why you think he's treading lightly? Because he knows who he's dealing with. He knows he's dealing with a hot head. He knows he's dealing with a person who has a short temper. And so what he's doing is, I better go in soft. I better go in treading lightly because I already know who I'm dealing with. All right, good approach. Very good approach, Quinton. You approaching with some caution. Let's see if you can lead. Let's see if you can lead.
Of how you...
Did you see Janelle's side? Did you see Janelle go like this? She's like, am I about to get a talking to? Am I about to get a reprimand? Because I ain't here for this. You could already tell. She just like your kids. What do you want now? Woo, I don't know. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well.
I want you to know this about me. I'm not one that's going to try to make you think a different way. Should react, shouldn't react, whatever like that. This is just any situation.
Well, what happened? Wait a minute. Did you just say he's not here to change how she should react or she shouldn't react? That's what we need you to do here. We actually need you to change that. We don't need you to co-sign on it. We do need you to change the way she reacts. That's exactly what we need you for, Quinton. We don't need you to fold here. We do not need you to fold. Stand firm, Quinton. Stand up, stand firm. You should be actually here to tell her that her reaction was out of order. I don't know. I'm not liking this so far. Let's keep going.
But one thing that I attest to myself is once something has happened, don't let it fester.
What does that mean? Once something has happened, don't let it fester. What do you mean? Once it's happened, don't let it fester. So once things go left, once things go off the rail, what he's saying, let's just forget about it. What? So when things go bad, they go wrong, you don't go back and look at how things got this way, what went right, what went wrong. You don't go back and say, man, maybe I could have handled that situation differently. He says, once things happen, don't let it fester. What do you mean? Don't think about it no more? I don't know. I'm kind of confused, but let's keep going. Maybe I'll understand what he's saying, because right now it sounds like he went in here to have a conversation with Janelle. He got a little scared of what she might do, like she might bite his head off. And then he came in here and said, well, I don't want to tell you what to do. No, we want leadership. We want leadership. We want leadership. That's what these women have been saying. They said they want a strong leader. Don't crack now, Quinton. Don't waffle now. Don't crack. Stand firm.
Listen, what you see is what you get. I think it was good that Quinton was there when the situation happened. Quinton has always allowed me to be me. You know, he's trying to be supportive. He just wants me to calm down in this moment. And he just really wants me to let it go.
Okay, so what she's saying is he just really wants her to let it go. So that must mean that what he was trying to say is, okay, you had this beef with Katarina, because this is what this is all over. Now let's just let it go. Let's move on. But you know what? There was one thing she said. She says, what you see is what you get. That's a horrible tagline. That's a horrible tagline to describe yourself. If your tagline for yourself is what you see is what you get. So basically you as is. You as is. You ever go to a store and you're walking down the aisles of the store and in the discount section, like, you know what I mean? Like you got the main store and then you got the sale counter. You got the sale corner, the sale rack. And it's got a big old sign on it that says as is. Basically the as is sales rack, the as is sales shelf. That's the section that says what you see is what you get. That's what Janelle just put herself. She put herself on the sales rack. Because there's a thing about people who say, what you see is what you get. This is me as is. When you buy a product that's as is, you know what you're buying? They're not warranting it. They're not guaranteeing it. They're telling you that I already know this product's got some defects in it, but I'm not going to guarantee you it. That's what Janelle is saying. What you see is what you get. I come as is. Everything you look at me, which means I'm not going to be doing no improvement. I'm not going to be doing no changing. I'm not going to be making you no promises, because that's what as is means, right? When you buy something as is, you already know you're getting a lesser quality. You're getting a lesser quality. So she needs to be offering discounts to men. If you're going to come as is and say what you see is what you get, and what you're telling me is there's not going to be no improvements to you, that I don't get no guarantees over here, that I'm not going to be purchasing no defective product, then I need a discount. You can't do both. You can't be walking around talking about how you the prize, you the queen, you top notch, but then talk about I'm as is, what you see is what you get. No, as is products need to be marked down. They need to be marked down. I don't want no as is people. I don't want no people what you see is what you get and that's it. No. I want a partner who's going to say I'm a work in progress. I'm going to want a partner who says I'm continually evolving and getting better. I don't want no person telling me what you see is what you get and this is it. This is it. Take it or leave it. Horrible tagline to describe yourself.
Because I have this presence, I should adjust because it makes other people uncomfortable.
No. Why should you adjust?
No.
Did Quinton say no? He should have said yes. Oh, Quinton's folding. Quinton is folding. That's exactly what she should do. Because you have a presence that's very off-putting to the majority of people, then she's saying, why should I be the one to change? That's exactly the reason why you should change. Listen, we don't live in a world of isolation. She ain't living on no island all by herself. She's supposed to be living in community. And when you disrupt community, you're supposed to find a way to get along with community. And I'm not trying to say she needs to be a people pleaser, but this idea that she's the only one making changes, I'm gonna have a problem with that too. This is a problem what I have with people with Janelle. Because she says I have a certain personality, the principle of it is, why should I have to change? Why can't other people change? Why, if my personality is this, why can't you change? Because here's the problem. A lot of people have already changed. A lot of people have already changed. You need to do the changing too. Because remember, this whole thing that flared up was because of what Chris said. Chris said some crazy stuff about how women can't lead, women are too emotional and all this other kind of stuff. That's what got the whole conversation riled up between Chris talking, Katarina chiming in, Janelle chiming in. We was all rubbed wrong. A lot of people was rubbed wrong the way that Chris said. We're going to adjust to what's going on here. We may not like what he says, but we're going to hold ourselves together. We can have a conversations that's civil. without cursing. We can have an adult conversation. So we've already adjusted. On the inside, a lot of people were mad about what Chris said on the inside, but that doesn't mean that we let our complete feelings on the inside come out on the outside. And so what Janelle is saying right here is she's saying, just because my personality rubs you wrong, and the principle of it is why should I have to do all the changing and no one else is doing the changing? Well, first of all, she's not giving credit that a lot of people already changed. A lot of people already changed. They already adjusted. We're waiting on her to adjust. She's the one that hasn't made any adjustment. She's the one that is coming here, hasn't changed anything, and how she deals with community, how she gets along with people, how she tries to make her message be received in a more palatable way. So maybe other people have already adjusted. I don't like the idea that she thinks she's the only one changing out here. Listen, everybody has to change, especially when you're in a group environment. You're in a group environment. You're living in this house together. If everybody just came to this house doing whatever the hell they want to do, saying whatever they wanted to say, then the whole house would be disruptive and out of order. So what's wrong with requesting some change from her? Why is she acting like she's the only one that's going to be doing some change? I don't like that. Maybe she's just going last with the change. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're not going first, Janelle. Maybe you're going last. Maybe everyone else has already done the change.
I'm just saying, I feel like that's what the principle is. Like, everybody can be any kind of way, but because I, have whatever personality, then it's on. Well, I'm just saying that's what gets me.
She can't even finish her own sentence because starting to realize it sounds ridiculous. Just because she has a personality, why should she have to change so what? We should just all have to put up with you? We should just all have to put up with you. You should be able to say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do, and everybody else around you should have to just put up with it so you can be your true and authentic self. That's what I'm talking about. This is why these type of people are not good for relationships. Because what they think is, I never have to adjust to be able to fit in a union with anyone else. They believe that their emotions, their thoughts, their everything are the most important. That's the problem with it. This is why people can't get along, because when people start thinking that they're bigger than the team, even in a marriage, when you think you're bigger than the marriage, when you think you're better than a group, what happens is you become paramount. You become the most important. And in you becoming the most important, when you want the loudest voice in the room all the time, nobody else gets to talk. So you get to be authentic and everybody else got to be inauthentic, because guess what? You take up all the room. And now she's the victim. So she's sitting over here saying she done cursed everybody out, darn near ruined the whole retreat, ruined the whole weekend with all her cussing and fighting. And now all of a sudden she's the victim. She's the one that's the victim. She's the one being repressed after she went out there and bullied the whole room and everybody had to sit there and listen to her foul mouth. But she's the victim. So us listening to all that, us hearing all that, us watching all that, we were victimized, but she's the victim. Good Lord.
Do you feel like you were in the wrong of any of those situations?
No.
Okay.
See, another problem. And there go Quinton saying okay. No, it's not okay. It's actually not okay that she doesn't see what she did wrong. Listen, I keep saying it's not about your own thoughts. It's your delivery of your thoughts. And once again, Janelle is missing it. Janelle acts like people are trying to tell her she can't think what she wants to think. You can think whatever you want to think. But how you express those thoughts, that's the problem. And that's actually what Katarina was trying to tell her to say. And so here when she says, when Quinton asked her, do you think you did anything wrong? He knew she did something wrong. He knew it. That's why he asked the question. And then she says, no. He goes, oh, well, that's okay. Oh, my gosh. Ugh. She said she wanted a strong leader. Well, she ain't got one. She don't have no strong leader because he's not willing to stand up to her. He's not willing to say, well, yeah, you did something wrong. You did do something wrong. You handled it all wrong. I'm not saying you can't feel the way you want to feel, but the way you handled your feelings, that was wrong. A strong leader needs to stand up to people. A strong leader needs to make her better, not just acquiesce to her so she doesn't feel bad about herself. Sometimes a strong leader needs to challenge some of the things that you do so that you can become stronger. And what Quinton is doing over here is rolling over, talking, okay, well, I guess you didn't do no wrong. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like the approach.
It's okay. As long as you are comfortable in who you are and what you stand for and the principle that you set forth, then why let it continue to...
I'm not letting it continue to do anything.
Good.
Oh, he just keeps, okay. No, that's bad advice too, as long as you feel good about it. Listen, there's certain times where as long as you feel good about it, that is a good line. But it's not a good line when as long as you feel about it, but you're victimizing and bullying other people. Just because you feel good about bullying another person doesn't mean you should keep doing it. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Not in this situation. Not when you cursing people out. Just because you feel good about it, then it's okay. Just don't let it fester. Let it keep going. No, that's not good advice. That's not good advice. That as long as you feel good being the bully, then just keep on doing it. Ugh, horrible advice. He's scared of Janelle. This ain't no strong leadership.
Once you stop sighing, I know you're really...
No, just because I hate, like,
If you did what you did, it's over. It's done.
Bruh.
Oh.
And he said, well, if you did what you did, that's it then. No, that ain't it. So what, we gonna be back here again in another 2 days? You did what you did, it's over. She don't have no regret, no remorse. She's the victim because she can't be herself. And now you're talking about, well, what you did is what you did. So what's happening? She ain't gonna stop, she gonna keep doing it. Quinton is done with her. You know what Quinton is really saying right now? If this is the way you feel, then I ain't gonna deal with you. This is really what he's saying. What he's saying is, I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not willing to do no work to try to change you. And if this is the way you feel and this is who you are, then it is what it is. That's really what he's saying. He's not necessarily agreeing with her because he knows she was wrong. He knows she was wrong. But what he's not willing to do is invest the energy to make her a better person. That's what he's not willing to do. Let me tell you something. People got to care about you to challenge you. Okay, sometimes people get mad when people challenge them. Let me tell you, sometimes the people who love you are the ones that are willing to challenge you because they really do want you to be a better person. Quinton don't care nothing about Janelle because Janelle is sitting over here on her high horse talking about she didn't do nothing wrong and she's the victim. And Quinton is like, okay, if you don't care, then I don't care. He don't care a damn about Janelle.
It's done. I can't change the way you felt in that moment to be able to react the way you did.
Yep, that's what he just said. I can't change the way you care with how you felt in that moment and the way you reacted. What he's saying is, I have no control over you. I have no influence over you. And I'm not here to do all this hard work. You see, people want strong leaders. And I'm not even saying that Quinton can't be a strong leader because the fact that he even approached her on, I think, was a good deal. But here's the problem when women walk around talking about, I want a strong leader. I told you this. A lot of women talk about they need a strong leader because they're so stubborn themselves. And what they need is a man that's going to argue with them and push real hard. And what Quinton is saying is, I'm not that man. I may come to you and I may tell you that I don't think what you did was right. I may try to lead you. But if you push back a whole lot, if you back talk me a whole bunch, you know what he's saying is, I'm not going to fight that fight with you. That's why I tell people when they're talking about they need a strong leader, why does he need to be so strong? Why does he need to be so strong? I'll give Quinton kudos. He came here. He had a good conversation with her. He kept his calm. He was peaceful. He talked in a low tone. But here she is pushing back on darn near everything that he's saying. Pushing back. Another man who's real strong, who's real assertive and aggressive, he might start elevating his voice and get in an argument back and forth with Janelle. That's why those type of women need a strong leader, because they need a man who, no matter how much she pushes back, he's not going to give up. Well, Quinton is saying, I'm not going to be doing that. I could be a leader, but I'm not gonna be fussing and fight with no woman. I'm not gonna be fussing and fight with no woman. And here is Janelle not even taking the hand of leadership coming from Quinton. So I really can't say he's not a strong leader. But what I will say is he's not willing to do what Janelle's gonna want of him. Because what Janelle wants to do is she wants to be stubborn, stay right where she is, and she wants someone who can handle her. We heard this last year with Morgan. I need a man that can handle me. Ain't nobody up for this kind of work. Don't nobody want to be getting in a long argument with Janelle over this simple little practice. This is grade school stuff, Janelle. Grade school stuff. You learned about bullies in grade school. Why do you need a strong leader to talk to you about bullying people and cursing at people in groups like this? This shouldn't even have to be taught to no 40-year-old woman. I'm like, you know what? Let me change my thoughts. I'm like Quinton now. You want to be this person? Keep being it. It is what it is. Let it be done. I'm out.
The only thing I can help you change is the way you move forward right now. And I want you to enjoy this weekend getaway.
So he's saying, you know what? I can't change what happened in the past, but all I can do is help you change what happens in the future of this weekend getaway. He ain't even talking about in the future of your life. He's like, I'm just going to try to help you get through this weekend. That's what I'm going to try to help you right now. I'm gonna help you try to get through this weekend. I don't want you to get in no more fights. Can we at least do that? Can we at least do that? Let's see if we can get an agreement from Janelle that at least for the rest of this trip, you're not gonna cause no other problems. Let's see what she says.
It's fine. I'll deal with it on my own process, you know.
I'm glad that you can recognize the opportunities for betterment.
I don't know, did she recognize it? She said she gonna process it in her own way. How long that gonna take? We only got one more day here. Is your process fast enough? Are you going to be able to process it and calm down enough for the rest of this trip? She goes, I can't guarantee nothing. Woo! She do need a strong leader. She going to need somebody who buck up against her all the time. Ugh. This is too much work. This is too much work to be doing with a 40-year-old woman. Too much work. She needs to do this work before she gets into a relationship. She can't be requiring this much work from her mate to be able to explain these simple little concepts. This is a simple concept. It's a simple concept that when somebody does something to you wrong, you don't go off the rails, start screaming and yelling and calling them bees. Is this complicated?
But it's almost not about like, oh, I need to learn how to let things go. No.
Well, some things, yes.
Some things, yes. But in the moment, you react how you react because of the things that you stand for and the person that you are.
Boy, don't be trying to put no positive spin on it. Talking about you react the way you are for the things that you stand for. Don't put no positive spin on it like she's holding up some moral authority. What moral authority was she holding up that she's got to stand on? Is some big principle. This is some BS. This is some BS. He's trying to tell her that it's more than just learn how to let things go. Because really at the root of it is not letting things even get to you in the first place. That's the real root. That's the real root. Maybe you can help her develop some coping mechanisms so that when things irritate her, she learns how to let it go and not react to it, right? But that's not even no place of real healing. The place of real healing is when you can listen to a person and you don't even well up inside with all those angry, mad feelings. But you're right. The first step is she's going to have to learn how to shut her mouth in spite of what's going on internally with her. But the next step of real healing is, why would that just upset you, period? Why do you get so upset of a person speaking their mind and their opinion? What's wrong with a person especially when people are speaking calmly, why do you feel like you have to jump on people or attack people just because their own thoughts? All Katarina was doing was expressing her own thoughts and opinion, and Janelle felt she needed to attack Katarina. That is a problem. That's a problem that she can't just listen to a person even when that person doesn't agree with her. Then the next step is learning how to have some coping mechanisms so that you learn how to have some self-control, some self-regulation. How do you control your own emotions? She does need some help with that.
But the only thing that you can surely get better at is how you move afterwards.
Yeah.
He said the only thing you can get better is how you move after it. Basically, I guess how you bounce back from it. A lot of people don't give you no second chances to bounce back from it. That's the problem with Janelle. That's probably why her relationships don't last for 6 months. That's probably because a lot of people don't bounce back when they get attacked by Janelle. It's not that easy to bounce back from people like Janelle's. People aren't here to get beat up, told off, cussed out by the Janelles of the world, and then she gets to just bounce back and move on, and everybody else is sitting over here all bruised up from all the punches she done thrown, the verbal abuse. No, that's why she gonna find herself alone. That's why her relationships don't last, because people aren't taking this type of verbal abuse by anybody, not as friends, not as mates, not as wives, husbands, nothing. People are done with this kind of behavior from people where they can just pop off and say whatever they want to say. And all of us supposed to over here just sit in here and lick our wounds. And then Janelle gets to calm down and go on about her way and then act like nothing happened. So Janelle just gets to walk around the house and act like nothing happened and everybody else is supposed to just let it go. That only works a couple of times. After that, people don't want to be around you. People let it go a couple of times. After that, they say, you know what, I'm tired of dealing with you. And that's what happened to Katarina. Katarina said it. She said, you know what, I've let it go a couple of times, but now I'm tired of it. I'm tired of letting it go with you because Janelle don't know how to stop. I don't know. So what grade do you guys give Quinton on this intervention? Maybe that's what it was, an intervention. What grade do you give Quinton? I think he tried. I think it was a valiant effort. I think he went into the lion's den with Janelle. He didn't want to get scared. He didn't want to get eaten alive, so he tread very, very lightly. But in the end, do I think he moved the needle? I don't think he moved the needle with her one bit. I don't think she's going to change and be a different person, but I do think he moved the needle with himself. And I think what he realized is the work that needs to be done on Janelle, he's not interested in doing it with her. I think that's what he decided. He realized that she's a lost hope, and whatever work that she needs done, she needs to go off and do it with someone else or by herself, but he's not interested in doing the work. Because when he decided, hey, I'm not here to change you, do what you want to do, that's a person saying, I give up. I give up. I don't like what you do. I don't like the way you act. I don't like what you say, but you are your own person. You're a grown woman. You can do what you want to do, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stick around for it either. Janelle and Quinton, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think down in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye.